Okay, we're going to start from the Mishnah. We're going to start from the Mishnah on the bottom of Lamed Amud Bet. The Mishnah says, Nochri shehelvat Yisrael et al chemtzo. If a goy lends money to a Jewish person and they put a security, they put the chametz, Ahara Pesach. So now the goy lent money, the chametz belonged to the Jew. Now it's after Pesach, mutar b'hana'ah. We say that the chametz is mutar b'hana'ah. We didn't say if he did pay him, if he didn't pay him, what happened. But it seems like because this chametz was a security deposit for the goy, it's like the chametz belonged to the goy after Pesach, the whole Pesach, and after Pesach it's mutar b'hana'ah. V'Yisrael shelvad nochri al chemtzo. If a Jew lent money to a goy, and he put the goy's chametz to secure the loan, so he took a mortgage. The goy mortgaged his chametz to the Jew. Ahara Pesach asur bana, because since the chametz was the security to a Jew, it's like it belonged to the Jew the whole Pesach. So what it seems like from the Mishnah is that when you lend money and somebody puts a security for that money, it's considered like the person who lent the money owns the chametz, even though it sounds like the chametz is still in the borrower's possession and it's still in the borrower's house. But since I put money down and this was the security for my loan, it's like I bought it the whole time, and when you'll pay me back, it's like you're buying it back. That's what it seems like from the Mishnah. Let's see how Rashi explains. Nochri shelvat Yisrael al chemtzo. If a goy lends money, if a goy lends money to a Jew, ma'ot al chemtzo kodem a Pesach, before Pesach, ve'avar alav Pesach passed through, mutar b'hana'ah, that chametz is mutar b'hana'ah. Rashi's already bothered. He says it's talking where the goy gave it to the Jew bebeto in his house. And the chametz was physically in the goy's house the whole Pesach. And if that's the case, when the time came, and he didn't pay, it's not even missing collection because it's already collected, it's already in his house. It's lo natun. Iglai milta, it turns out, lemafreya, to misha'a shehrenu etzlo. As soon as he gave it to him, havedideh was his. Yisrael shelvat anochri. Nami, the opposite, kiven dehrenu etzlo. Hirenu means he left it, he moved it to his house. He deposited it by him. Umata zemnen, the time came below para, and he didn't pay. Naisha atad de usve, as soon as he lent him, kam le b'rshuteh. That's the way Rashi gives you the maskana of the Gemara from the beginning. Now let's take the Gemara slowly. Itmar we learn. Baal hov, if a person is owed money, a creditor, we have a mahloke how the collection works. Abaye amar lemafreya ugoveh. Abaye says when he collects his money, or even more, if he takes possession of a property that that was mortgaged to this loan, Abaye says lemafreya ugoveh. He collects it from the time that he made the loan. It's almost like when he made the loan, he bought the property. And when the loan is paid back, the property is sold back. Rava amar mikanu labau gove. Rava says no, he's collecting it from the moment of collection. But up until that point, even though the loan might have been made a full year ago, it still belonged to the borrower. And only after you make the collection does it become yours. Let's see Rashi. Rashi says, Baal chov hamalveh et chaverov. Somebody lends money to his friend. V'shebed lo nechasav. And the borrower, he made his money, he made his properties mortgaged. She'im lo ifra lecha ad yom piloni. If I don't pay you by the time, giva min nechasai collect my stuff. V'gias man, the time came, v'lo paran, he didn't collect. Abaya amar lemafrei guveh, giviato, his collection, shegoveh achshav, that he's going to collect now, iglai milta, it's going to be revealed, misha'a shilvau amdu nechasav alalu b'chizkato. It's from the time that he lent him the money, this property, this house, actually belonged to him. We have to see what's the difference when it belonged to me from. Real estate taxes, we'll talk, that's their business. It's not considered his. Only from the moment that he collects it. Later on they're going to explain what's the difference. Says the Gemara. Kol heicha da'aktish love v'zavin love kule alma lo pligi da'ati malve v'tarif. If the borrower made a hekdesh in the interim, what's the difference? Is like this. Let's say he lent him the money on January 1st. January 1st, he said, okay, if you don't pay me by August, the field is going to become yours. In the middle of February, the borrower made the field hekdesh. Or in the middle of February, the borrower sold the field. Now August 1st comes, so the question could be, you could say the question is, did the field belong to the lender already from January, or did the field not? If the field belonged to the lender from January, then the sale is no good and the hekdesh is no good. But if the field still belonged to the borrower, then the borrower, who was the legal owner of the field, sold the field. What's the problem? Says Gemara, that doesn't make a difference. Why? Kule amalo pligi. Abai and Ava both agree. Da'ati malve v'tarif. The malve could come and collect the field either from hekdesh or from the person that he redeemed it from. Da'ati malvo parik, and he can redeem it from hekdesh. The tanan mosif or the dinar. The tanan. He's saying, what I'm not saying, this is she said, she said, he said, back. The Tanan we learned. Mosif or dinar upodeh nechasim alalu. He's allowed to add another dinar and redeem these nechasim. Why? Because the Baal Chov, meaning the lender, he has a mortgage on it. So the mortgage makes it that even if the borrower sells it, my claim is still on the field. Wherever the field's going to go, the lender is going to be able to collect it. Look at Rashi. Kule amalo pligi afilu l'Rava, even according to Rava. The Amar ad achshav hayu birshut loveh, till now they were in the possession of the loveh. Modehu, he admits, the en mechirato la'achirim mechira. His sale doesn't count as a sale. Ve'en hekdesh or hekdesh, and the hekdesh doesn't mean anything. Sharei memushkanim hem lemalveh. They're mishubah, they're mortgaged to the lender. Ve'av agav she'en shelo, even if they're his, enam birshuto. It's not in his possession anymore. In order to make something hekdesh, it has to belong to you. Just like your house is yours, this field is not fully yours, it's mortgaged. And if you sold it, I go take it from the lukuchot, and you have to get the money to them. You owe them. They bought a field that's not yours. He gives a little bit. Why does he have to redeem it for hekdesh? I thought you just told me that it didn't become hekdesh because it wasn't birshuto. It wasn't in the possession of the borrower to make it hekdesh. So they shouldn't say that it's possible for hekdesh to go free without being redeemed. And then he collects his loan. So back to the Gemara. Says the Gemara, keep ligi. When do they argue? Bizabin malveh, v'kadish malveh. that the borrower, the lender makes it hekdesh, or the lender sold it, meaning during the time before he before he collected it, before the loan was fully due, he sold the field. He sold the field. And the question is, does when he winds up collecting the field, does the sale go through? Abaye amar lemafreya goveh. The collection is actually retroactive, and therefore, kivan demata zimne, when the time comes. Kivan demata zimne, when the time comes. V'lo pareh, he didn't pay him. Iglai milta. It's revealed the mafreya demi ikara birshutei have. It was originally in his possession. V'shapir akdish, and the hekdesh worked. V'shapir zavin, and the sale worked, and he came back out of it. The Rava says no. Mikanu labal gove. He actually collects from now on, meaning from the moment that he collects it, August 1st, or whenever he takes possession of the field, that's when it becomes his. And well, how do I say that? Kivan deilu have lezuze, have misalek lehu. Since the borrower has the right to pay money and not give the field, kivan dei have lezuze. The borrower has money. He could take the claim off the field by paying money. It turns out that the field is only really bought to the lender right now, and therefore you can't say it was yours the whole time. And therefore the hekdesh wasn't a hekdesh, and the sale wasn't a sale. If he wants to do it now, we could do it. But until then, until he redoes it, it doesn't have to go through. Look in Rashi. Ki pligi da'akdish malve. When does he argue? When the malve was makdish betoch hazman et hakarka. The malve was makdish during the time. Hamshubad lo, the karka that was mortgaged to him. V'lo akdish et ha'chov. He didn't make the money that was behind the hekdesh. Ela hakarka. He was makdish the land itself. V'hashta now kishigi hazman v'lo per'o. When the time came, the guy didn't pay him. Now he's collecting the field. He doesn't want to make it hekdesh. So do we say the original hekdesh went through or not? Since if he had money to the borrower, on the time, he would have bought him out. With the money, meaning, let's say the lender says, I want the property. I don't want money. And the borrower says, no, it's my property. I'm going to give you money. If you would say that it was already nigva to him, that it was already his, it should be up to the lender to decide if he wants to accept money or accept the property. Elal Korchach says Rava that it was never his yet. The property still belongs to the borrower, and it's the borrower's prerogative to pay money or to let the land go through. That's the mahloket. So Abaye says that when he winds up collecting, it's considered like he collected from the first day, and therefore the hekdesh goes through. Therefore the sale went through. And Rava says no, it's considered like I collected today when I finally actually took possession, and therefore whatever you did before didn't really mean anything. Umi Amar. Umi Amar Rava Hachi. Okay. Umi Amar Rava Hachi. Does Rava say like that? Veha Amar Rava. Rava says, Veha Amar Ami Barchama. Reuven Shemachar Sadeh l'Shimon. If Reuven sells a field to Shimon, be'acharayut, with responsibility. Responsibility means I'm selling you the field, and I am standing behind the sale of this field. That if anybody, how do you know if I have creditors or not? How do you know if there's a mortgage on this field that I'm selling you? Maybe I'm selling you the field, and the and my creditors are going to come and take it from you. So I guarantee the field that it's not mortgaged out, and if anybody takes it, I'm responsible to pay you the money that you gave me. So Reuven shemachar sadeh l'Shimon, I sold the field to Shimon be'acharayut, guaranteeing the field. V'zakfan alav b'milveh. Shimon didn't pay for the field in cash, but Reuven sort of gave him credit to buy the field, and Shimon still owes him the money of the field. Umet Reuven, and Reuven died. Okay, so now Shimon owes the Yorshim of Reuven the money for the field. Ve'ata ba'al chov de Reuven, ve'tarif le mishimon. So Reuven's creditor came, and he took the field from Shimon. So Reuven had a loan out, and Shimon, and the guy, he came to Reuven's Yorshim. They didn't have any properties, so he went to Shimon and he took the field that used to be Reuven's from Shimon, because he had a she'ibud. He had a mortgage on all of Reuven's properties. Ve'ata Shimon liked the property, so instead of giving him the property, upaiseh bezuzeh, and he gave him money. So in effect, Shimon was holding the money that he owed Reuven, and he paid off Reuven's creditor with Reuven's money. Dinahu. So now really Shimon feels like he's clean. Why? Because I owed Reuven, let's say, $500 for the field. Reuven owed this guy $500 for the field. So I gave Reuven the $500 I gave to Reuven, to the creditor of Reuven, to the guy that Reuven owed $500 for. I should be clean. So the Rami Bar Hama says, Dinahu, ta'atu b'nei Reuven, ve'amru le. The sons of Reuven could come, ve'amri le l'Shimon, and tell Shimon, we want our money. Anan metaltele shavak avun gabach. Says, what money did you give the guy? What are you going to pay off that father? If you paid off that father's loan, that's a chesed of yours. That doesn't mean that you don't owe us money. What are you going to say? No, the $500 that I had was already your father's money. So I gave your father's creditor your father's money. Says that's not true. Why? Anan metaltele shavak avun gabach. That money is considered metalteli. It's not karka. It's not real estate. It's movable property. Umetaltele diyatme leba'al chov lo mishtabdeh. If you assume that money belonged to our father, right? It's like you had it in a bag ready to give back to our father. And then when our father died, that money now belongs to us as his yitomi, as his yorshim. The rule is that when a person makes a loan, and the person he makes the loan to owes the money back. He owns the money back personally, and also he owes back all his property is responsible to pay back that loan. What's the difference? When the personal responsibility that the father had dies with the father because he's not around anymore. What stays, what gets transferred down to the Yorshim is, listen, you inherited money from the father. That money has a shibud on it. It has a responsibility to pay back those loans. The money that belonged to the father has the father's responsibilities. The responsibilities don't go down to the Yorshim. But Hazal said that responsibility that's on the money is only on the real estate. Because when people lend money, they're not banking on collecting from movable objects. Movable objects are too easy to hide. Real estate, you can always find it. So, metaltele diyatme, the unmovable objects of the yitomim, leba'al chov lo mishtabdeh. They're not enslaved. They're not mishubadim to the Baal Chov. So if you think, Shimon, that when you paid off our father Reuven's creditor, you gave him money that was mishubad, and therefore it's like we paid it and it's finished and you don't have to pay us. It's not true. Our money wasn't supposed to go to him. So al korachach, you paid your money. So you still owe us for the field. So that's what Rami Bar Hama said. Rami Bar Hama said the Yitomim could still collect. What Shimon paid off for the field wasn't Reuven's money going to the Baal Chov. It was either Shimon's money, it was Shimon's money, or it was improper. The Amar Rava had a comment on that case. He says, "Ipikeach Shimon, if Shimon is smart, magbi lehu ar'ah." Shimon, instead of paying the Yitomim of Reuven money, he'll pay them with the property. He'll give them back the property. He'll say, "Oh, I don't have money. Take the property instead of the $500." So now the property went back to Reuven's Yorshim. V'hadar gavi lemineh, and then he'll collect it back for them. Why? Because Reuven guaranteed the sale, and he said, "If anybody takes it from you, if anybody takes it from Shimon, I'll pay it back." So Reuven, in effect, as soon as they take it from Shimon, as soon as even Reuven's own children take it from Shimon, it cycles back. It's responsible back to Shimon, and it goes back to Shimon. The Amar of Nachman, how is that? How could it be that the property that the Yitomim get go back to Shimon? The Amar of Nachman, Yitomim shegavu karka behovat avihem. If Yitomim collect property in their father's chov, Baal Chov Hozer vegoveh otam mihem. A Baal Chov could collect it back from them. Why is that? Because that property came, it's as if it belonged to the fathers the whole time. Now, how could that be? How could it be that the property that goes back to the Yitomim is considered as if it belonged to the father? When they collected it, the father was dead. So it's like the Yitomim property. And we said before, the only thing that's responsible to the father is the only thing that the father is responsible to.